Persona time! Hello, welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the Figma Persona 5 the Royal Goro Akechi. They never see it coming that I would actually review this one. If you go back and look at my Figma Crow review, I'm not the biggest fan of this character in the game, and you know, I get it. I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a big reveal about him, and some people have sympathy because of what happened to him, and some people don't. I certainly don't. But regardless of that, I still want to have a complete lineup of the Persona 5 Figma characters, so I had to pick this one up, and I mean, it's a cool uniform looking, and the design of the character itself is not bad. So, let's have a look at this one. It's me again, talking about all the stuff you already know, as like subscribing, liking, commenting really helps me out. So if you're doing all that, you are doing great. Thank you very much. If you're not doing that though, can't have that, come on. It's very easy. I already recorded this entire video, but I forgot to take the size, so that's why it's already in post. But this figure stands at about 14.5 centimeters to the top of his head, which means we are going up to 5.8 inches tall. Size comparisons. Here's Jaunter, Figma Persona 5 Joker, NECA Raphael, Mattel Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Darkseid. Well, here we are again, Junior Detective with the snarky ass winking face. Ugh. Yeah, I gotta get over that. Overall, the figure looks good. It looks like Akechi should. You really capture the eyes and the style of the Persona series in general. Well, especially Persona 5 has its own kind of charm. The long hair is nice and flowy. It does look a little bit muddy in some parts, like, you know, it's not super cleanly done, but it is good for the most part. Also, there's like a second layer under it, which looks pretty good. Then we go down to his necktie and some buttons in the collar, which does have some bleeding, but it's very small, it's very tiny. You have the logo on the chest. Is that his school logo? I'm not really sure about that one. And then we're moving now to the buttons, which is all that kind of have like a matte finish. And you have also the ball joints in the elbows, which are a little bit of a different color. It's a tiny bit annoying, considering that, you know, it's one of these figures, it's very simple, there's not really that much going on it. So really kind of like figuring out, finding the right color for this one, I don't know. Then we go down to the pants, which I'm holding on to him because he does like to disconnect. I'll get to this in a second, but we had this kind of articulation point before. It's good. I mean, it does actually not really that much, but I take it back, it's not really that good. But this one is especially annoying because it's one of the cases where it doesn't have the tightest connection. Actually, also this, well, I didn't really expect that. Well, that's what I get for it. I tried to pull it apart, but no, never mind. I thought it was in now. I thought I fixed it. Well, not really fixed it. I thought I just hit the right spot there. But moving down to the shoes also. Have some more detail in there. But yeah, it's not really the most colorful, not really the most detailed figure, but I think, like, especially the snarky ass face sculpt really does it for like all your Akechi fans, which it just makes me hate him even more. So, you know, in some way or another, it accomplishes something. This figure is just really falling apart. I have some trouble with holding him together. So, the head articulation moves back and forth, and let me hold on to that, moves back and forth, does tilt side to side, and does go all the way around, and then you have some more wiggle motion with that. I don't really know what it's supposed to accomplish, but I guess, but that just doesn't look natural at all. Big ball hinge in the shoulder, rotation also in there, and also bring it all the way around. Then you have the simple ball hinge in the elbow and another ball hinge in the fist, which goes up and down and all the way around. For your chest area, I mean, we've been at that point, so you have this packed in, and it does rotate a little bit on the pack. It does go all the way around without any trouble, but it's mostly like the lower part which actually rotates. So if I hold on to that, what does this even do other than, you know, being a swivel? So just, why do you make it like that if it's just being a swivel? I'm not... See, it's also hard to like kind of find the hole of that. And I try to move it around. I guess you could... I hate this! I hate figures that just fall apart when I'm trying to move them around. Where's the fun in that? I don't even play around with my figures, but I want to pose them. I want to freaking pose them. So why does the hat pop off? Why does the chest pop off? Why do you do that? Don't do that, alright? Okay. So anyway, rotation down there. I'm done with the entire torso area. I'm just going down to the hips. Those are good. Rotates and actually that goes off. Leg moves forward and... Are you serious? Are you serious right now? The leg moves forward, moves out to the side, and moves to the back. It does stay in place, but I don't know. I feel also like this one doesn't have the tightest connection. Rotation also in it. You can rotate, you can roll it around. Then you have the simple ball hinge in the knee and another ball hinge in the foot, which I think there's a ball hinge, but I can't see anything. The pants are covering it, so let me yeah, there's the ball hinge in there, but it does not really move around because it's blocked. It does tilt side to side, that's fine, but overall the articulation in it, and it does also move around. I don't want to break anything off, and you also have a toe hinge that goes up and down. But yeah, kind of weird. For your accessories, you have a suitcase which has the letter A on it for Akechi, and with this one it's nicely painted. I even have some detail up there, like the code for the numbers to open it up. That's really small, very good looking. And also it does in fact open! Yay, if I can do it right now. I did it earlier, but I can't get my fingers in right now. There we go. Has no detail in there, but whatever, you can open it. So that's fun. I'm a fan of that. Then you have some faces. You have like the little bit of an angry yelling face and the that's too bad face. Like, you know, stuff that makes me hate him even more. Like this one. Oh no, I can't be butter. Like, yeah. Then we have this one, which is just a smiling face. Very innocent. He's a very trustworthy guy. Trust me. Trust me. Open hands, holding hands for, I guess, the suitcase, and then more open flat hands and pointy finger and open grabby hand. And finally you also get a phone, which is like the most simple piece of plastic ever. It has some lines on it to show that there's a screen and it's red in the back, so there's nothing else going on with that. And then you have the base, which is included with every Figma ever. Even has some copyright stuff on there. Sega Atlas. So it's different than the other bases, and you also have this small pack you can put on there and a replacement pack for the hand if that breaks off. Final thoughts for Goro Akechi. I gotta be honest here, it's not the most exciting figure, but it's definitely a welcome addition to the Persona 5 lineup. But also it's not a must-have, I feel like. And in that way, it's an exclusive, so it's harder to get, harder to find. Will probably cost you a little bit more. I was lucky, I got one on Nippon Yazan, and I didn't even know it was out. So I kind of slept on it, and I just kind of stumbled over it and I got it. That was a while ago though, so I don't know where you can still find it. But anyway, I do recommend this figure if you want to have a complete Persona 5 lineup. But on the flip side, if you don't really care about them so much, I don't think like this one. If this one goes up in price, I don't think it's really worth it, because it's a very simple figure. There's nothing too major about it that I really think is elevating it. So yeah, it's alright, but you don't have to have it. That's my view on it. That's gonna do it. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Akechi wants. He's such a nice guy. I love it.